Hello guys, this is Vysh. So the July 14th Friday editorial, that is today's editorial. Sometime back I uploaded the July 13th editorial, which was yesterday's episode. I could not do it. So this one again, 13th one was more important, I would say, based on the articles which came, the quality of the articles. Friday, the articles usually comes a little on the weaker side and sometimes repeated articles. But still, I will tell you first itself so that you understand, okay, what all is like there in the newspaper today. Okay, and I told you most of the YouTubers which you are following are not covering all the articles. I have noticed that. So please don't blindly believe anyone. When you watch someone, just make sure the Hindu editorial paper you see yourself and see whether they are actually teaching from there. Okay, they take one or two articles as per their convenience and then they are taking some other article from some other newspaper and simply making their job easy. Okay, but as an aspirant you are missing out two articles every day means it's a big loss for you. So here if you see the 50th GST Council meet happened, this again it's about just a latest update, like some taxes they made changes, but the actual GST updates and all I have told you when it completed 6 years, 2017 July 1 we had this thing, okay, the GST completion of 6 years, and so July 4th editorial I think I have done a detailed video on that. So that's why I'm telling watch every day, so each day you will get little more extra points. And while making notes, I'm not sure whether you saw the foundation or not. Don't make notes like take a paper until June 1 and then write the notes, then June 2 write the notes. That is a very incorrect method of doing note making. Okay, you have to do it topic wise and not date wise, because UPSC will not ask you a question like June 17th what happened among Russia and Ukraine. That they won't ask. They'll ask the overall thing. So when you write notes, you should have separate notebooks first for GS 1, 2, 3, 4, the mains papers. Within that also, based on like subjects like polity, GS 2 itself, polity, international relation, governance, that should have separate sections. And then topic wise, like suppose today now GST I am taking, GST in the GS3 book, GS3 notebook which you have or the papers you are having, or in separate papers you can write and later file it also. That is easier method instead of taking a book and dividing out. In a A4 size paper, write the heading GS3 economics section, then GST. Okay, so GST, like as I told, July 4 unheaded, you should have written there. Then now today's article came, then below that day's writing you should write today's update. Okay, like that over the year you will get GST related 10-15 pages of notes which you wrote from newspaper. Understanding the point? Else you yourself have no idea. July 4th it came, July now the 14th it came. When all it came, you have no idea. You cannot sit and flip the pages. All coaching classes are teaching you the wrong method of preparation. That is why please watch my foundation. This is just one tip I told you. Like this, more than 100 tips are there in that 30 videos which I am giving you. Your complete life will change. Okay. Don't be like other aspirants who are going in the wrong direction, studying for years and years and still not able to clear prelims. Please watch my foundation. The very next attempt will be your best attempt, my guarantee. You pass or fail. Okay, I'm not telling you will pass for sure because of vacancies and luck factor. There are many things. But you will go with full confidence if you study as per I tell, and your attempt will be the best one. You will not regret after coming out of the exam hall. Okay, even if the paper is the toughest, more shocking patterns come, you will be very happy that you studied something very seriously. You could attempt a lot of questions. You came out and you know you have done your best. Now it's only about like that year competition, how it was or how the UPSC's cutoff will go. But you would have done the best an aspirant can do. That is my guarantee. If you watch my foundation, listen to that and study in a 1 year timetable from a good test series. Ideally you have to join our test series, but you cannot join ours means follow any other test series. But it should be timetable based, not randomly like, okay, come and join and I'll give you 100 tests on the day one. Okay, or 50 tests on the day one, or you take it flexible whenever you want. This kind of casual things they give and sell freebies and these things to you to make you buy their course. But I am doing in a very strict method because I want only those disciplined students to pass. Because ultimately only disciplined students will pass. Okay, it's not like because I am doing it strictly. Any topper you take who have become topper, they have studied very hard. Okay, they have studied every day. They have done with a proper schedule. They have had proper weekly, monthly, yearly target. Okay, others who do this casual studies, no. You will feel you are studying, but ultimately the exam is going to be very tough. If this is sounding demotivating to you, then you are already out of the race. Okay, these things should actually motivate you. You should now start planning. You should feel like, okay, this person is making sense. I will start following. Okay, so decide that also. Who is a serious aspirant? Who is a non-serious aspirant? A 2-part video is there. Out of the 30 videos, 2 parts are just for that. To make you understand, are you eligible for UPSC or not? Are you ready for UPSC or not? Okay, so please do all that thing. I would see to it that you get the best education. Okay, Now this one, a judgment means where it will come? GS2. Okay, but here it is about the living together issue, society issue and all, which will partly come in the GS1 also. Like this, when you hear the headline or the topic, you should be able to differentiate. Okay, after my foundation, you will do it yourself. You don't need my support after that. So judgment on a living together, one couple was there, one Muslim boy and a Hindu girl. Based on that, some wrong judgment is given by Allahabad High Court, that we will discuss. Here, politics not required at all. It's actually regional parties also, not even national parties. The different states have lots of regional parties, state parties and all. Their succession, their father, dynasty politics, all those things discussed there. Not at all useful for your exam. For your interest of politics, you can read it. Okay. So that we will not discuss. This one again, free speech for scientists. So if you see GS 1, 2, 3 across, it can be spread because science and technology, scientists, all this will come in GS3. Then the freedom of speech and this thing will come in GS2. Then again, both together when you put, it will come in GS1 because the rights of all the people and the voice, expression, participation in society, like that, many things are there. Okay, so it's a combination of everything. Then GS2, NATO updates. NATO and NATO Plus is very important and it's expected question in the upcoming prelims and mains. So that I have discussed on July 4. Okay, July 4, a detailed article I have done, very detailedly, 15-20 minutes I have taken, map, countries, what is the issue, everything is there. But now again, Ukraine has told their concerns, so little bit. That's again a small article. So today, if you see, it's very lesser articles compared to yesterday. That's why I told yesterday's was a even better day when even I had interest while doing the editorials. Okay, every day is important for you. I'm just telling a comparison. And Friday, here instead of this charts and graph which usually come on every day, Friday it will be a picture of the day. So today's picture they have given is this one. You know, North India is completely flooded, and flood is not a new thing to India. Every state 1 year, like 1 or 2 states will be like very disaster flood, people dying, infrastructure destroyed, everything is there. Okay, this time it is Delhi and above and other states. Last time it will be, I think, Karnataka waterlogging was there, Mumbai it was there, Chennai flood keeps happening, Kerala flood happened in 2018. So every state has, Northeast has almost every year they are flooding because of Brahmaputra overflowing. So every state is almost like facing flood. Okay, so this time what happened here is like, you know, now landslides is there, flood is there, you can tell monsoons is there, but problem is like another thing. Okay, when you study geography, even my lectures, it's there, NCERT, there is something called Western disturbances. Western disturbances is something which comes from the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, Mediterranean Sea, like this side you can, Mediterranean Sea from the European, it will come towards India. It will come towards India usually during our winter time. Okay, usually October, November, December and all, that's why Delhi and all gets the winter rains. This time, due to some reason, because everywhere climate change is happening, that has come very early. Very early, and here parallel, you know, monsoons winds from the Lakshadweep side, it is coming towards India and it's like crossing Kerala, and June, July time, August it will go upwards. Okay, and also this time another wind cyclone kind of thing was there through Gujarat area, it entered there. So many things which is responsible for rain in India came at a time. Okay, that is why this much unlimited kind of rain is happening. Record rain is there in Delhi. Yamuna level has gone like the record level like 40 years back, only that much level came. That has been crossed. Okay, so record high of all the rivers, and city, you know, Delhi is completely in flood. Even a video of like this Rajendra Nagar, Mukherjee Nagar aspirants are playing in water. That is there. Instagram videos are going on. So complete flood. Okay, people may be having fun in one side of the area because of small water logging, but certain areas in Himachal, Manali, these are all like, it's over flooded, and people, if they step out, maybe they won't even come back alive. That kind of landslides and flood, cloud burst, many things are happening. Okay, so that picture they have given, and they are telling here the Vyas river, okay, the tributary of Indus in the Kullu, Himachal area and all. Vyas is a river of Indus, tributary of Indus, which starts in India and ends in India. Okay, remaining everything, I think it will go out also. Jhelum, Chenab, the Satluj, Ravi I think will go and connect with the other one. Okay, the Jhelum. That and all another topic I have already explained, the Indus tributary. But like this, you should know, when you see a river name, you should correctly know the origin of it, which state it passes through, where it goes and join, whether it goes outside of India, it's an inter-country kind of interstate river, intrastate river. These things, if you don't know by heart, that means your preparation is weak. And how this will get stronger? By practicing every day, by reading every day, by listening or reading basic textbooks. Keep reading the NCERTs again and again of geography. This you will get by heart. And do the previous year questions and do one test series. Over. Don't complicate with unwanted PT365 and other magazines and all. It's all waste of time. Okay, people who are simply blindly believing these Telegram notes and PDF, right? You will not pass. Okay, you will have overconfidence that I'm studying better than others, but later when you fail, you will still get confused. I did all the best things in the country. Why did I fail? You failed because you are still reading the notes made out of the same textbook, where already many things will get filtered, or many things they will add based on their convenience. Okay, they are copy pasting it. Okay, there are many coaching institutes I know, very big unicorn companies now. Their books actually material is copy pasted from Wikipedia. Okay, directly. Art and culture, they have a textbooks. You go and check. I'm not naming the company now. They are anyway now in losses. It's a unicorn company. Okay, so that one is completely Wikipedia knowledge. There is nothing useful for UPSC. They don't know to teach. They don't know to filter. Okay, that's why they are in losses also. So here if you see, they are tell like it's a Himalayan state, landslide, disrupted power, blocked roads, damaged bridges, and then like that every possible problems, flash floods, everything, avalanche, droughts, hazardous, these are all immediate concern in Himachal. So government agencies and policymaker should focus on prevention better than this management after this thing happens. Okay, mitigation. First itself you should learn to prevent. You should know what this all will happen. Climate change is happening. The infrastructure you should not allow just like that, keep on building these things by taking away mountain land and all. So that is being like a blame on the government. This picture is given. This is the picture of the week for Friday. If you are new to this Vysh IAS channel, read these points. Okay, read these points because you ask many questions in comment section or in my WhatsApp, which is already answered here. Please do this. And remaining answers, again, when you WhatsApp me, you watch my foundation, you will get again remaining all the answers. There is nothing which I have not answered. I know what a UPSC aspirant will have concern. Okay, I know the complete journey, what you will feel. Every question is answered. Okay, your age, eligibility, you are writing notes, reading newspapers, setting up a study room, GS papers, mains answer writing, previous year questions, everything free of cost is there in my channel. Please believe once and WhatsApp here, get the foundation. Okay, and if you done all that, do the test series. 1 year test series, timetable based you do. You can't even believe like how much knowledge you are taking in. Okay, but you need that dedication. Daily, if you cannot study, Vysh IAS is not for you. This is only for those people who have dreamt of only UPSC and want to get to that goal. Okay. This is Vysh Courses channel where state PSC exams and current affairs related videos will come. This is the little pictures of foundation, but you can come and ask me. I'll give you the links. Okay. So now what is this? Our first article has something to do with this. You would have seen this because everybody in India watches IPL, especially this time in Jio, it was free. So Dream 11 is a kind of an app where like it's a prediction app, you can tell, betting app, you can tell, you make the 11 players team and all. I have not used it personally, but you will be seeing the ads. That much money they have poured into it, and everywhere you will see ad. Not only Dream 11, you will see this Lotus 365 and many things. Anywhere you open Instagram, even big, I don't know how much money they have poured in, because all the Bollywood actors, the South Indian actors, every actor is in their ad. Okay, they are endorsing it too much. Every Instagram influencer I see on Instagram is wearing the Lotus 365 t-shirt and doing. So that much money, okay, I don't know how can they do that. This much money they have poured in for advertisements, because all these people takes in crores, the advertisement campaigns. Okay, so these apps, okay, we are not concerned about individual things. Online apps, the betting apps, the e-gaming apps, all these things the government considers not right or not good, and that is why the GST is like 28%. The highest slab has been put for it in the recent GST summit. Okay, GST 50th, it's not summit, the council meet. Okay, so 50th GST council meet. Here even this Ashneer Grover and you can say Anupam Mittal, okay, the Shark Tank you would be seeing in Sony Live. So these people, okay, they have told, Ashneer has told like 28% GST will kill everyone. Okay, like I think he also launched an app like this, okay, the gaming app, and that's also now going to get affected. Then Anupam Mittal also told, stop gaming now, go and start building rockets. GST, like he has actually kind of sarcastically told it. Okay, and then Ashneer Grover says startups founders must enter politics, slams the government over 28% tax on online gaming. Okay, because he thought that is the future, that is the thing which everybody should enter. Everybody has this digital phone and all, but government's non-approval, that is why they put this much tax rate. So that is not, they are not happy with that. Okay, and casinos, horse race betting, any betting, anything that kind of gaming is there, 28% GST is there. So now who will be unhappy when this happens? Goa, Sikkim, okay, and I think even in certain island countries and certain places. Okay, that's anyway outside the thing, international thing. Indian, if you say, mainly Goa and Sikkim, where these gaming and online casino and all these things are very popular for their attracting tourists also, revenue also. So now 28% GST and all, so people will be discouraged to go there. Okay, so that they are not happy. Okay, so that is what he is telling. Another thing was I discussed that day, the concerns of GST. I told when 6-year completion happened, what are the problems? There was no appellate tribunal or tax treatment issues, anything happens, a tribunal should be there, right, to raise your issue. That was not there even after 6 years. So now government has announced we will be doing it. We will be setting up tribunal. Center has given assurance that in first set of some tribunals will come in 4 to 6 months. Okay, states actually told we need 50 plus tribunal benches. Okay, but the center told we cannot do it together. We'll do it in a phased manner. Especially first it will come in state capitals and cities which has this high court benches and all. There these GST related tribunal will come, so that many cases don't go to high court and these places. For taxation, separate courts will come, tribunals will come. Okay, so now again business have reacted with consternation of to the council's decision. Okay, 28% they are not happy. Okay, the online games, casinos, horse racing and any e-gaming players are terming it as a death knell for the growing industry, and it's thousands of jobs. Okay, so now having considered, okay, so government is saying it's not a hasty decision and all. We made a separate council of ministers group and they have discussed once, twice since 2020, and then we have come to a conclusion. We not like just like that yesterday we decided and today we implemented. It's not like that. Last 1.5 year, 2 year, 3 year we have been planning and discussing on this, and finally we decided these things should go into the 28% bracket. Okay, and finance minister told that Goa and Sikkim will be heavily relying on all these revenues, but the moral question, if you take, okay, compassionate tax treatment, whom should we give lesser taxes? It's for the major consumers, okay, who like food material, food articles. You go out and buy some purchasing and you go to movie halls. So you people, okay, the main population, for them we have to put it in 0%, 5% bracket. Remaining we will be charging 12, 18 or 28 higher thing. Okay, so in a way it is correct only. So that way they have told Ministry of Electronics and IT Ministry is formulating some policies also for online gaming and all. Okay, and like that many fine-tuning things will happen related to this online gaming in the coming days. And now this again, food and beverages in cinema halls, you know, if your movie ticket is like in, if proper PVR and all multiplex you go, it's not like your normal theater. One ticket will be 300 rupees, 350 rupees, and if you go to buy popcorn there, that will be 400 rupees, 500 rupees. Okay, meaning for one person I'm telling. So if you go with a family of 4 or 5 people, you have to spend 3,000, 4,000 rupees to watch a movie, and that too nowadays Bollywood movies, you know the standard of it. So you pay 4,000, 5,000 revenue of money of your hard-earned money for giving for such a thing. Movie still I can understand. These extra food materials they charge like however they want, so they have reduced it to 5% GST. Okay, but anyway this is not going to help you. I will tell you why. Because now if suppose a popcorn thing is 300 rupees and suppose 18% tax, you calculate and see how much it will come. When they come to know the news like 5% GST, they will immediately raise the popcorn price. Instead of 300 they will put it 350 or 375 and then 5% tax. Then if you multiply and see, now that and this will match, or maybe sometimes they'll get even more. Okay, you will feel like okay only 5% tax taken, but the price of the product they would have increased because there's no control or bucket or any power on that. Okay, you know how they charge. Simply water bottle they will charge 100 rupees, 150 rupees. Okay, if you go to a proper, I'm telling, shopping mall multiplex, okay, PVR, Cinepolis, Inox, anything big one, if you go, this is the condition. Okay, especially in cities like Bangalore and all. Based on places also it changes. Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi and all you go, the prices are like whatever they like. Okay, so that anyway is not going to help you, but they have put 5% tax. Okay, and on many other things also they have put. A few years back, 2017 prelims, I think UPSC asked a question like this when GST was implemented. That year a question came like, which of the following does not have GST? And they gave cooked rice, boiled egg, like that, something like which very weird, absurd options, and in that only 1, only 2, that kind of thing. It's a very difficult question that time because students will not buy heart all these products and go. But there was a trick there, like restaurants, what you get as one thing, and like that's when cooked egg is different and the egg which you buy from the shop is different. Okay, the taxes will vary. So that things, logic if you applied you could have solved. Now I don't think UPSC will repeat such a absurd question, but still make a note of all these things. Okay, and then another good thing is the cancer diseases and rare diseases medicines and many other important things, the taxes I think it has made 0, and the high sports vehicles and all has made 28%. Like that they have done some variations. You cannot by heart everything, I know, because every 6 months they will keep adding or subtracting products, but at least understand that luxury products will have higher slab, daily use or very essential things will have lesser slab, especially now because elections are coming. Obviously they have to do some actions like this. Okay, and they are telling about that thing also, that elections are coming, so the meeting of this thing may not happen very frequently nowadays. And that group I told, no, Council of Ministers group who decides or suggests various products to like which category it should be put, that also now they have not renewed it or they have not made a successor. Okay, it was like by Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Bommai, who was the head of that thing, I think. But now they have not renewed it or restructured it from the previous batch. So don't know what is the plan of the government, whether any more such products are going to be introduced. Now this judgment on living together. Okay, so that living together is now very common. It's not like a thing, but you know, people, India, culture, sanskar, they tell it's all wrong. Even if a boy and girl is like walking together or anything, it's like considered morally wrong by a section, okay, a section of the people. So now a judgment has come again, so that is being criticized. Okay, a judgment by the Allahabad High Court recently declined the prayer by an interfaith couple in a live-in relationship for protection from police harassment has caught national attention. Meaning a couple was there, a Muslim boy and a Hindu girl, they were living together, and they because some, I think their relatives or some gave some complaint, some people were going on torturing them and beating them, and also they wanted police protection. That is what they went and gave the case, but the case fully changed. They are not talking about this protection and all. They are morally like totally insulting them, telling bad like what they are doing is not correct, it cannot be approved. The complete unwanted things have been discussed in that case, and so that decision of the court is being criticized here. Okay, so here if you see the judgment in Kiran Rawat versus State of UP negates the very idea of constitutional morality in personal relationship, in which the Supreme Court of India has repeatedly affirmed. Okay, meaning Supreme Court doesn't have any problem. They have given multiple verdicts where these kind of things are okay, but the High Court has not even listened to or was not ready to take Supreme Court's previous judgment. Okay, High Court has told that live-in relationship is a social problem. Okay, these kind of things and all, sometimes in your case study and all you will have to tell about it, or in an interview they will ask, what do you think, what is your opinion, or what is India's stand, what is Supreme Court stand on these kind of things, you will have to know. Okay, so here 30 years says people living together, relation based on mutual love and affection. Local police have been torturing them. They were staying in a rented house. They sought protection. Okay, now judgment of the High Court is unacceptable in the constitutional sense. Okay, first the court is like carried away by the notion of conventional social morality, meaning they are talking only about that social sanskar, these kind of things. They are not looking whether there is any law which they have violated or constitutionally something is wrong. They are looking only social issues. Okay, then second, court has discarded several previous Supreme Court judgments. Okay, then third, they relied upon the personal law of marriage and other things. Here there is no talk about marriage. They are two people, they are living together as per their choice. So you are telling marriage law, then marriage, this thing, who will give the compensation if something you split off and goes, something all about marriage laws, this judge started telling. Okay, because he personally may be not liking this, the living together thing. Okay, it's in Allahabad also, so that area and all, maybe their thinking is like that, so you don't want to approve it. Okay, so Allahabad judgment said that the Supreme Court verdicts on the live-in relationship, such as the D. Velusamy 2010, Indra Sarma 2013, Dhanulal 2017, were not intended to promote such relationship. So the court talked about names of certain older cases similar related to this. You can note down if you need to write about this topic. So those cases also is not promoting such relationship. So I also won't promote. Okay, nobody will promote anyway, but they would have told against also, but this person is telling against. Okay, so High Court rejected this, the top court's verdict, and unnecessary reference to section 125 of the CRPC, which talks about maintenance to wives. Like I told, this and all, you don't have to talk now. Marriage or divorce, this is not happening. This is a live-in relationship, it's a totally different thing. So the High Court also said that extramarital and premarital sex are not recognized under Muslim law. Okay, it's telling in Muslim law, this all things are haram, that you touching, kissing, this and all is haram. Then how come you stay together? So he's completely trying to tell that this is wrong. They went for police protection, but instead of telling yes or no for that, he's telling what you're doing itself is wrong. Okay, so that is the problem here, which the judge is doing. So High Court could not have assumed that marriage is a condition precedent for constitutional protection, meaning only if you are married, then only you have fundamental rights, then only we will give you police protection. That High Court should not have assumed such a thing. Okay, so it is like acting like a theological court. What is theology? Theological, like theocratic society, what we tell, a place which is like orthodox and runs on religious laws. Okay, like kind of like Pakistan, you can tell theocratic, Iran, Iraq, you can call theocratic. These are all theocratic. They don't have democracy. Okay, theocratic is that kind which runs on religion. Okay, laws are on religion. Okay, so it is acting like that. India's democratic court is acting like a theological court. The verdict shows a clear inclination towards social orthodoxy and religious revivalism. Okay, Court only tried to reiterate the traditional beliefs on marriage. Again telling marriage is the important thing, only then we can give you protection. Okay, so this fully wrongly, falsely conceived by the High Court. Now the law laid down by the Supreme Court is binding on all courts in the country. Okay, this is a statement you have to know. As in Article 141, this maybe UPSC will ask match the following kind of thing. Article 141, Supreme Court's entire verdicts is binding on all the High Courts. Okay, then they are telling Supreme Court have done very like remarkable judgments, like adultery means like husband and wife is there, but they are not happy. Wife is going and having any sexual relationship, any relationship with other person, that is considered valid. Okay, Supreme Court has told like in that case, Joseph Shine versus Union of India, the court decriminalized adultery. Okay, it's not criminal act, it's a decriminalized thing defined under section 497 of the Indian Penal Code. Okay, and if you see that one line also is given there, fidelity is a value but not one that the state should police. Okay, fidelity means loyalty or this kind of things is not something, it's like a value. Okay, it's an ethical value you should have. State cannot police it, state cannot go and strictly tell that, okay, you are not loyal means we can't do anything. Okay, so that is what that author is telling. You can use as a quote in your ethics paper and places where this kind of things come. Okay, and again in Navtej Singh Johar 2018, again while substantially striking down section 377, okay, where the this same sex, okay, the gay or lesbian thing, that also now it is now taken down. Okay, that is now kind of the striking down of the article, you know, a few years back it was a very big news. So Supreme Court has taken such big judgments and not telling sanskar, social, this thing and all. They have allowed many things. So why couldn't High Court do this? That is what it is being told. Here again they are telling in Lata Singh 2006, the court directed police authorities throughout the country to see to it that any adult undergoing intercaste or interreligious marriage is not harassed by anyone. Okay, so this also Supreme Court has told once. Okay, so these are very important court cases you have to tell in your answer. Okay, S. Khushbu versus Kannai Ammal, okay, 2010, Supreme Court told, while it is true that the mainstream view in our society is that sexual contact should take place only between marital partners, there is no statutory offense, meaning legally there is no offense that takes place when adults willingly engage in sexual relationship outside the marital setting. Meaning if not married also, if you are in a relationship, there is no law which you can like arrest them or ask them to go separate and go back to your houses. If they are minor and they are major in age, they can live together. Okay. But the Allahabad court said that the observations of the Supreme Court in these judgments were made in context of the fact of the respective case. So he is telling each case is different. So just because Supreme Court told something, I cannot do. Each case is different. Okay, so here difference, I don't know what is the difference he found, but that is what the author is telling. Maybe religion, Muslim, Hindu, he did not like or whatever. It is his personal thing. He put it on the democratic judiciary. Okay. So the petitioner in Allahabad case only asserted their right to not to be tortured by police and did not pray for moral evaluation. Okay, they went there for police protection. They did not ask for a moral class there. Okay, moral science studies class they did not ask, but this judge is going on giving class. Okay, so the High Court ought to have sought further particulars if required, meaning they could have asked more details and endorsed the couple's fundamental right without conducting an unwanted and irrelevant survey on the personal laws of marriage. Okay, so the judgment is a classic case of judicial indiscipline. Okay, this also UPSC can ask. Okay, judicial indiscipline, if you suddenly hear, this is the thing. Okay, judiciary doing whatever they like, like not looking constitutional law, they're looking moral and social things. Okay, which the Supreme Court hopefully set right as early as possible. And Supreme Court will give some warning or something to them, okay, for doing this. So this is the article. There's nothing much, but hope you understood the full case. Article number 3, scientist's voice. Meaning, you know, civil servants, you know, like IAS, IPS and all, you cannot tell against the government and all. Okay, you have to always talk positive. You cannot tell like I am in this side of the party, this right wing, left wing, these things and all, you cannot talk, because there are civil service rules, prescribed rules are there. I think 1964 civil service rules are there, in which you have to be neutral in every case. Okay, this is all in my ethics paper in mains. I will make you write answers if you have joined test series. I have questions on this. Okay, non-partisanship and impartiality and all. There are topics in ethics which I will write. You will write. I will correct the papers if you joined. So this thing. Okay, now what happened is same thing for scientists. One issue happened. Scientists are like free people. They can tell whatever they want. But this Indian Institute of Science, I think Mohali, Punjab. Okay, their scientists. We're discussing something about unlawful, this UAPA Act is there, no? Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, Terrorism Act kind of thing and all. So that they were discussing something, but two people were given show cause notice by the head of the institute, telling you cannot discuss these kind of things at work, and something like that happened. Okay, so scientist voice, why don't they have the voice to discuss these things? We are also normal public citizens. That is the problem here. Okay, so why it is important for scientific research institutions to encourage social and political discussion, and why it is or why not it is, that is the discussion here. So scientific research institutes are part of the broader society. Members have the same constitutional right as the others to participate in social discussions. Okay, that is what the author is telling. The privilege which relies on the public support. Okay, meaning public support is that these institutes are running on public support, it's running on public money, most of the government things and all. So we also have a responsibility. Okay, so that kind of thing they are telling scientists, researchers to fail up to stand for justice, especially at the time of great social turmoil, would be an abdication of their responsibility. Okay, meaning they are also responsible to the society. They are inventing new things. They are doing something for whom? They are doing for the people only. So when some issue is there, we have every right to tell our opinion on those issues also, is what they are telling. Okay, so this is not like everywhere the problem is. This particular Indian Institute of Science in Mohali, Punjab, this issue happened. That's why we are discussing. Okay, so a narrow perspective might suggest that scientists should restrict themselves to science and stay away from the social question. This is what the narrow-minded people are telling there, the head of that institute. Okay, so now for instance, they are telling science is actually related with all problems. They are telling, like, suppose, see, climate change. Climate change is the full world's problem and we are working on it. So how can you tell problems of the society and our science is not related? Okay, so there are many things are telling. That is one. Then research on energy policy. Okay, energy and this, we need renewable energy, we need new solar related devices. All these are science inventions we are doing for whom? Or why? Because there is a problem in the society. Okay, so why don't we have the right to discuss on society? Then again, artificial intelligence are like latest topics now. There are ethical dilemmas like, should there be driverless car or not? Should there be talking robots or not? Should robots be replacing humans? These are many issues in the society. Okay, but who is inventing this? We are inventing. Scientists are inventing. So how can you tell we cannot participate in issues? Okay, they are telling National Quantum Mission came now. 6,000 crore is put into it. Okay, so this directly or indirectly is for whom? All these things. It's for the public. Okay, for their benefit we are doing all this. So we have every right to. So these are 4, 5, 6 good examples to counter the issue there. Okay, so you should know like this to frame an answer. See, very like 4 points they gave, and you are correctly, the examiner will understand that you have told your point. Okay, the for and against, you should be able to do it correctly. Okay, so it is important for scientists to involve. They are like remaining are same, the equality, the fundamental right. We have broader political, historical perspective on science and all these things. So everyone has the right to talk. Okay. And India has a rich tradition also, where scientists are engaged in lot of social issues. And they are again listing some names, some Meghnath Saha, some mathematician, Kosambi, then Amulya Reddy, chemist, some examples. Okay, so I'm not sure much details about these people. Like this people are there. Okay, whoever in science field, maybe they will know. Then Kerala Shastra Sahitya Parishad. Okay, that science body, their slogan itself is Science for Social Revolution. Okay, and then you are telling that scientists should not talk about social issue. What sense does it make? Okay. So another thing, okay, this is all the against the issue. For the issue, the points, if they tell us like suppose scientists are there, and suppose now tomorrow Uniform Civil Code is being in discussion, half the people will be maybe BJP people, half the people may be Congress people. They'll start fighting inside the lab where they're supposed to do very important research work and all these things. They started taking sides, they started discussing. You see, like certain workplaces and all, so like even based on religion or party, they stop talking to each other. Okay, you are like Muslims, we won't talk to you. You are Christians, we don't talk to you. You are Hindus, we don't talk to you. Okay, or you are from that caste, we won't, you have your own gang, we won't sit and eat with you. This still happens even now in the 2023. These are happening in big IT companies and all. I have seen myself. Okay, people form groups based on their culture, their parties. Okay, they are all BJP people, don't talk to them. They are Congress people, they are good for nothing. Like this happens even now. Okay, that is the sense of Indians, and across the world it's like this only. Maturity doesn't come through age or experience, it comes through little practicality and little world knowledge. Okay, which I think UPSC aspirants is the only one in this country who have little bit of knowledge. Okay, because anything happens, they understand it better. Okay, like today Chandrayaan, this mission happened. Everybody saw that, okay, this is going up. Okay, but why did Chandrayaan 2 fail? What is this Chandrayaan? What is this GSLV? What is this LMV3? This only UPSC aspirants know. Most of the other exams people also are just by hearting. Okay, this has solid stage, liquid stage, this stage. But why liquid stage? Why it is called Vikas engine? Why something is called Vikram? Who was Vikram Sarabhai? The full backstory and concept is actually in India. The best knowledge is for UPSC aspirants. Okay, so you should be proud of yourself when you're preparing for UPSC. 1 year you study this, you pass or not, you will become one of the best citizens in the country. Okay, this is my guarantee. So here, same thing, discussion, not discussion, Then Mohali's administrator is invoking this civil services people rule, which I told, the conduct rules of 1964. So this and all, how can you use civil service rules for scientists? So that foreign against fighting is going on. And then Allahabad court had already told once in 2014, see that court has again come, Allahabad court, that the civil service rules do not apply to central universities and these things and all. Tripura High Court also in 2020 told, even when the rules apply, they do not deprive people the right to speech, which is a fundamental right. So there are judgments and all these things to support the scientist, but still the administrator has told this. So now it is time for the members of the Indian scientific community to put this value into practice in their own institutions, meaning you should now ready to be like fighting with the even administrator if required. We have supporting judgments and rules. Okay. Then NATO, I told you NATO already we discussed. What is NATO? North Atlantic Treaty, okay, organization. So you can see equator and above is north, obviously. So Atlantic is that thing between America and Europe, that is Atlantic. So North Atlantic, whichever countries, meaning USA is the head, they are going on signing that green color. If you see all the countries, US is going on signing treaty one by one. Why? To counter Russia. Okay, because when you sign treaties, you can go move your military there, you can set up bases there. It's like you are reaching almost near to Russia. Okay, from the, you know, those days, World War I time, not World War, after that, the 1991 onwards, the Cold War time which we have, these two are fighting. Okay, US and Russia to become the world superpower. Okay, now Russia has gone down actually too much. So what happened is, these people signed, and then they reached Ukraine. Ukraine is like the border of Russia. So that's the reason Russia actually attacked Ukraine. Okay, because they don't want our country which is next to us, okay, which once upon a time was part of them itself, USSR. Okay, so they now also, USA's team, it's like USA will bring their army here in our backyard, in our doorstep. That they couldn't agree. That's why they have attacked, and they are fighting since now how much? 1 year, one year and more they are fighting. Okay, and it will never end also, because Ukraine is getting full support from this NATO group. Okay, Ukraine is not part of NATO yet. That signing they have not yet done. So that Ukraine is not happy, and that is what is being discussed in this article. Okay, so this NATO, what it is, NATO plus what it is, the country's latest member is Finland, which now in April I think they joined and became the 31st member. That is the latest update news. Okay, but Ukraine was hoping, okay, next I think Sweden or someone is going to become. So seeing all this, they are not happy. And parallelly in Russia, another problem is going on. Russia, who was fighting with Ukraine, this person, if you see, the chef of Putin, Russia actually, Putin made a private army other than the country's army, public army, the private army where he, his trusted people, he made a group which is called Wagner group. Okay, which he instruct and they will do whatever. And that head of that Wagner group, he made his own chef, this guy. Okay, his person's name was Prigozhin, something like that. I have explained it that day. Okay, these are all pictures from that day's July 4th article. So he kind of turned rogue, you can tell, and he turned back the tank and all these things and told, I am going to attack Putin. Okay, that happened. And then it happened last week. That time I think Belarus or Georgia, Belarus, which is like Russia's side, that country came and compromised it. Else it would have become a big civil war within Russia. Okay, because this guy wanted, now he got control of many army people. There are many people who will listen to him. He thought, let me go and attack Putin. I will become the next ruler or next president of Russia. Okay, so that civil war is now gone. Now these people are again in Russia side. They are all fighting against Ukraine. Okay, so civil war issues going on. Lot of tensions already going on there. Meanwhile, now Ukraine is irritated that I am not yet a member of NATO, for which all these things started. Okay, so here again, same thing. They met members of NATO, recently had a meeting in Lithuania. And after the meeting, Ukraine president, Volodymyr Zelensky, okay, he vented his frustration after the summit because he till now is not part of it. Okay, and then disappointment is there, multiplied by different fact. Like as I told, Finland became the member, then this Sweden is going to become member. These are all happening, and why we are not becoming member. Okay, so USA anyway is supporting, indirectly they are supporting these people. Okay, and NATO's purpose is what? NATO, if anybody signs NATO, that means if anybody attacks, suppose tomorrow India go and attack, suppose Sweden, hypothetically, then not Sweden, any country which is already there in the NATO, then all the other 31 members will become one team and then attack back at India. Okay, meaning attack on one is considered as attack on the full group. So that is why Ukraine wanted it. Now even without signing, US is giving all the support, but still they wanted official membership. Okay, so now again, here there are some conditions for somebody to become a member of NATO. There are conditions. It should have a functioning democracy based on market economy. Then its military should be under tight civilian control. Then it should show commitment towards peaceful resolution of conflict. Then it should treat the minority population fairly. then it has the ability and willingness to contribute to NATO operations. So many things are there. So taking all this into consideration, NATO is still not fully convinced that should we take Ukraine or not. Okay, it wanted actually because it is in Russia's border, but still there are some concerns and it is not taking. Okay, so now NATO is considering all the civil war, everything going there. Is it a right time to take more new members, or should we stop the recruitment campaigns? That's what they are thinking. Okay, because Putin is also in full trouble there. It's a big issue now going on there. And this chicken and egg dimension, we keep to know, like chicken came first or the egg came first in this world. That's always like you don't have a proper answer. It's like a loop. So same like that they are telling. This war started because we were going and taking Ukraine. Now again, when war is this much, we again discuss about that. It's like it will go like a loop. Okay, so that what should do? We should end the war or we should take Ukraine? This thing, that full loop is going on. So they are confused also. And Russia, it's not the first time that attacking Ukraine. Okay, Ukraine has a small part which is Crimea. Crimea, you can see it is in, I think, Black Sea. It is this thing. There is a port called Sevastopol port and all. Okay, that and all is there in the recent movie, Mission Impossible movie, if you have seen the latest one. Okay, which released this Wednesday. 2 days back it released. I have seen that movie. It is told. Okay, the full thing is going on there in Sevastopol area. So that port and Crimea, this guy Russia came and annexed in 2014. So when Russia annexed, USA people and everyone threw Russia out of the G8 group. Those days we used to have something called G8 group. Okay, who are the members? Try to find out. Okay, now Russia is thrown out, so it is G7. Okay, and obviously they will not take back Russia now because Russia is not going to return back the Crimea or stop anything like that. Okay, so like that many instances have already happened. So USA is also confused whether is there any point doing anything, because Russia anyway won't listen. Okay, so we take Ukraine, we don't take Ukraine, don't know. So that tensions between Biden and Zelensky, that things they are discussed here. Okay, and see, Putin is unlikely to undeterred in his ambition, meaning Putin doesn't care. Okay, he already has this inner politics going on in the Kremlin. Kremlin is like their Rashtrapati Bhavan, okay, where they are living. So their parliament is different. Okay, parliament has a different name. If you know, tell in comment section what is the parliament of Russia called. Okay, it has a name. Okay, Kremlin is not the parliament. Kremlin is where the president lives, I think. So that much only. So this and all you have to consider: democracy, human right, peace, and all these things. And in the first place, you should decide. Like, we only started this conflict by taking Ukraine into the group or deciding to take Ukraine. So should we again do it or should we do something? So full confusion only. There's no proper conclusion in this article. Okay, so that's why I told today's articles were less quality than yesterday's. Okay, but if you were a regular viewer, you would have got a very good update. GST was updated, NATO was updated. You keep getting updated. Like this 1 year, you keep following me. You put like and comment. I assure you that your current affair knowledge will be the #1 in the country. Okay, but you have to put a like and comment, because when I come next day and I see the likes and comments are just 25 or 30, this effort, okay, 3, 4, 5 hours it take for me to read it, compile it, break down it, present it, shoot it, then again inform you that I have uploaded. You know how much effort I do from morning to night. So please support. Okay. So I'll wind up this video. Any doubts, WhatsApp me, and you can get the foundation as a beginning, and your career journey will completely change. Okay, and follow us on Instagram also. Thank you and have a nice day.